Hello, this is Chelsea Joy, and this is your 15-minute yin session for today for Mandala Tree. So we're actually going to get started standing up just simply by placing our hands on top of our knees, coming into just a halfway fold here. So we're not going to come all the way down, but we want to breathe into our bellies, expanding the bellies outward. Slow breath out. One more breath to fold. And slowly folding all the way down now. As we exhale, bringing the thumbs behind our back, interlocking those thumbs and opening the shoulders all the way out, expanding the heart space, expanding the chest, shaking yes and no with your head now, and slowly rocking back and forth. Really gently. Just creating some movement. And now we're just going to walk the feet back and forth. So you should be feeling this in your hamstrings, in your calves. Walk your feet back and forth as we guide our hips back and forth. Beautiful. Slowly bring the hands all the way to the ground now. And we're going to come into a yogi squat here. So we're just going to, what I'm trying to say is we're going to gently move the feet away from us, about hip width distance, maybe a little bit more, depending on how open you are. And we're going to just come all the way down to the ground. Make sure you have your bolster close by, bolster or pillow or rolled up towels, but I think in this case, big pillow would be the nicest. Now we're going to just roll this up, and if you feel so inclined, you can place your head, just place the head all the way down onto the bolster. Or if you have a lot of range here, you can simply relax here. Now you might find that you can't get your feet flat against the floor, and if that's so, that's completely fine, but you can use the bolster under your heels if that feels nice for you. And if you can't get them down to the mat today. So we're just going to bring the head down all the way down towards the ground, just relaxing here. And we're going to take 3 big breaths into the belly. Slow and controlled. And we're going to just start rocking back and forth just a little bit. This is just going to create a little bit more movement in those hips. Gently. Wonderful. And then really slowly here, we're going to just bring our left hand on top of our right knee. And if this is in the range for you, you can twist back. We want to keep those knees open though, if possible. Now, if this feels really weird and you're not into it, you can totally go back to the center if you'd like and stay here. But I do encourage us to try this today. So opening the knees wider, twisting all the way back, keeping the back as straight as possible. You don't want to be crunching down. Big breath in. Just 3 breaths here. Twisting from the center, imagine you're wringing out your whole day. Slowly back to center. Just readjusting here. Boop. And then doing the same on the other side. So right hand to the left knee, twisting all the way around, looking over that shoulder. Keeping the back as straight as possible. Remembering we always feel different on one side to the other. And it's okay. Keeping those knees apart. One more breath. All the way back to center. And in whatever way feels nice for you, just coming down onto your bottom. Beautiful. Removing the cushions. We're going to take a big breath up and breath in, coming all the way to the ceiling. And then we're going to place our right hand on top of that right foot here. Grab whatever feels good. If you can't reach your foot, you can go for your calf. Totally fine. All the way up to the sky, twisting all the way back. Big breath in, opening your wingspan up to the sky. Pointing the toes towards the sky as well. Twisting open, huge breath in. Slow breath out. Once more, big breath in. Slow breath out, and just bringing your hands all the way to that right foot or calf or knee, wherever you're at. Coming all the way down. If you would like, you can grab onto a pillow and place the pillow just on top of that calf, and then come all the way down. See how you feel today. And remembering to point the toes towards the ceiling. I almost forgot myself. Huge breath in here. Beautiful. One more breath. Wonderful. And then just coming to the center for a moment. And wherever you're at, even if it's just here, that's completely fine. Just breathing in and relaxing, creating a long line of energy from your hips all the way down to your feet. And coming all the way up yet again. Just a bit of a resetting. So doing the same on the other side now. So grabbing onto whatever feels nice on that left foot, bringing that right arm all the way up, twisting open. So you want that beautiful twist to be happening just from your midsection here. If you open up wide enough, we should be feeling that even in the right hip. See how you feel. Relaxing the head as much as possible. Wonderful. And when you're ready, just bringing those hands together, readjusting. Move my little microphone here. And then coming all the way down. If you'd like to put more yang into this, you can grab onto your feet. Onto your foot, I should say. But you don't have to. You can just relax here. What we're doing here is just creating a nice stretch through the hamstring and through the calf. Big breath in. Keeping with the breath. Into the belly, deep into the belly. Slowly expelling it all the way out. Imagine that with every exhale, you're just flushing out everything that little twist has just wrung out. So we're wringing it out and washing it away with the breath. Nice feeling. Remembering to keep the toes pointed up towards the sky. That just opens up the calves and the hamstrings even more. Big breath in. And slow breath out as we start to move all the way back up to center. Oh my goodness. Feels so nice. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come into a butterfly. So bring the pads of our feet together and making sure that your heels are as close to your groin as possible and hugging on to our feet here. Now if this feels a bit wonky, you can grab onto a pillow or a bolster and put it on top of your feet so that you don't have to use your own arm strength for leverage. Also see how you feel with your range today. Maybe your legs don't feel like they can open as much. Maybe your hips don't feel quite as open today. That's completely fine. But what we're gonna do is, wherever we're at today, we're just gonna energetically bring our heads all the way towards the ground here. See how that feels? We're not gonna be here for too long, but I want you to imagine you're pulling your torso closer to your feet, opening up that beautiful space in your back. One breath, all the way out. When you're ready, coming all the way back up to center now. And now we're gonna come onto our bellies. So, boop, boop, boop. All right, so make sure that you have a little cushioning over here. Actually, I'm gonna come this way to show you guys. So we're gonna come onto our bellies, and we're gonna just do a little cactus arm here. So we're gonna just place our arm into that 90-degree horizontal angle away from us, coming all the way down, right cheek to the mat, and then bringing that left leg all the way up, rolling that open. Rolling that hip all the way open here. See how that feels. Feel free to move around with that left foot too. If you feel like you can open yourself a little bit more using the leverage from that left leg, please do. Take a big breath in here. And if you feel this is too intense, you can always bring the arm down a little bit more. Or you can bring it up, depending on how you feel. To make it less intense, I feel we would bring that arm up a little bit. Apologies. And then to make it more intense, we'd bring it up. To make it less intense, we bring it down. So see how you feel. You feel it a little bit more in your armpit if you bring your arm up. And if we spend a lot of time at the computer typing, this is going to feel very intense. I know I do myself. This feels very intense at the moment. Feels very good. So breathing into it, big breath in. Slow breath out. And just once more here, big breath in. All the way out. Beautiful. And slowly we're going to make our way all the way back to center here. All the way back. And doing the same on the other side. So just bringing the pillow all the way over to the other side. Horizontal 90 degrees. Left cheek to the mat. Bringing that right leg this time all the way back behind you. Recognizing that often we do feel different on one side to the other. So you might feel a little tighter on this side. See how you go. And feel free to use that right foot just to guide yourself a little bit further over. And we do always feel different on one side than the other, so you might feel a little tighter on the other side if you are right-handed. We're often a bit tighter on the side that we are where we're handed. So we're right-handed. Tighter on the right side, left-handed, tighter on the left. Just being mindful of how this goes and remembering that the breath always allows us to go a little bit deeper into this. Always. It's always about remembering that in life we can always take one deep breath, even one breath, to recalibrate our day. One mindful breath sometimes is all it takes. And at the end of the day, yoga is more than anything about coming into our bodies and just being mindful of where we are, how we're feeling. And one breath can easily take us into that. And coming all the way back to center. Wow. Excellent. Beautiful. And slowly, we're going to make our way all the way up. Keep forgetting about this little thing. There we go. All right, and I'll come to the side. You guys don't have to. I'm gonna use this bolster here, and feel free to as well if you have a bolster or a big pillow. But just place this behind your back. If you have a bolster, do this. But if you don't, I would encourage you just to use your hands to start. So coming all the way down into the saddle-like pose. Oops. All right. Let's take a big breath in here. Slow breath out. And if this is too intense at all, at any point, feel free to come back up. However you're feeling today, you can always stay here. No matter where you are, let's take 3 more big breaths in into the belly. Huge breath in. Slow breath out. If you feel the tension in your thighs, just imagining that's releasing. Just imagining that's easing within your body. Big breath in again. All the way out. All right. Beautiful. Closing your eyes just for a moment. Seeing how your body feels in this moment. When you're ready, this is one of those poses that you could stay in for ages. Or at least that's me. I love this pose. It's my favorite, one of my favorites. So using your leverage, coming all the way back up. Beautiful. And let's move around here. Staying in this position if this feels comfortable, or you can come into a cross-legged if that feels better for you. What we're going to do today is just simply placing our hands together in prayer. And I just want to say thank you so much for taking this time out of your day to practice with us today. Namaste.